Alrighty, my friends. Let me actually check my petroleum levels. I think I might need to turn down petroleum production for a bit till we are using some of that up. Okay. Alt S. There we go. Because if my tank is full, that's not really a good thing. This is at 5,000. I'm going to go down to 1,000 here. You know, I was happy about the temperature, but I bet part of the reason the temperature is higher is because of lower amounts of stuff we're going through there. Lower amounts of petrol or crude oil. Potent potables, dirt, thimbleweed seed. I'm wondering if I want to go up to more duplicants anytime soon. I don't think yet. Thimbleweed, I think we have plenty of that. That's the stuff that makes our cotton stuff, whatever that's called, I think. Which I don't need more of. I think we're actually producing crude oil faster than we can turn it into petroleum now that we're overflowing so much of petroleum. Huh. I wonder why our petroleum use has gone down so much. I guess these things are turning on and off at different times, so it's not using it as much or something. Hashtag sad, another dupe not printed. Your way of playing this game would be very, oh, I don't know, what's the word? Very lethal for many dupes. Okay. Okay, so these guys are actually doing pretty well. They're not hungry, so I guess the carbon dioxide levels, I feel like this is working. I'm very happy about that. Alrighty, so what was I doing here? Oh, yeah, I was going to start pumping this stuff out. And they probably haven't finished these tubes up here. Series of tubes they haven't finished. Okay. So what if they die? Just print another one. Yeah. You would have some very slow duplicants if you played the game that way. Skill levels on duplicants are very important. Speaking of, nope, no training I need to do there yet. Although you, I could get, you're doing pretty well. Maybe get a little digging on you. You, tidying for sure, give you strength. Okay. But yeah, if you just literally printed dupes, I wonder if there's a way you could do it where you like never feed your dupes. We have starvation critter ranching. Is there starvation dupe ranching? How's that for a challenge? Starvation duplicant ranching. What a way to go that would be. All right, how much plastic do we have? 17 tons. So I'm going to need to figure out how I want to do my thing here. How I want to do my transport tubes. Pretty soon going to want to get rid of this natural gas generators here. Is there any way I could use these in my hot sauna? So we'd have to pipe in the natural gas. It creates polluted water. That similar to the other thing similar to the petroleum generator, turn immediately to steam. I feel like I might actually be able to put those down there too. Sounds like a war crime. What is this, RimWorld? Let me look. How are we doing on power now? Our net is positive now, so I feel like we are in a better place. The reason I'm checking this is that I want to get rid of the stuff on this left side because we're going to use this left side to put in our transport tubes. I'm not going to start the build until they finish constructing this stuff because I want carbon dioxide to start flowing out of here. Hey, what's up, MZs? How are you doing? How are you doing, my friend? Okay, so one more. Carbon dioxide should start flowing. There it goes. Okay, so plastic transport tubes. Bum. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. A little bit of salt from stupid duplicants, but otherwise doing pretty well. I want to clear out a bunch of this junk. This battery is not really needed, right? Is it automated, connected to anything? No. So this battery we're going to deconstruct. This thing's got nothing in it. We're going to deconstruct. I'm going to tear out a bunch of this stuff to make room for our transport tubes. I'm going to tear up literally a whole bunch of this stuff. Get rid of all these pipes. This was for petroleum, so I can get rid of all these pipes. There's just a whole mess of stuff we can tear up, which feels good. Feels good to tear up some stuff. So we're going to do that stuff there. Okay, and basically I want this spine to be one long let's see here. So I can build a transit tube. I could build on top of the power line, but not on top of the heavy watt joint plate. So if I just have one long power line here instead of these heavy watt joint plates, I can overlap those things. So I want to do that. I want to have this power line actually just be one straight. Actually, I guess I could do it just right on here. Since we already have the ladders in place, let me do this so that, again, I can clear out junk from being in the way. You're back, Nietzsche. Hopefully you will be no work to do at work tonight. Hopefully no work to do at work. I know that feeling. When I worked at retail, that was the best when I didn't have to work at work. All right, cool. So I can get rid of all that. Get rid of this guy. Sounds like the dream of not having to work at work. Okay, so we want places for our duplicates to get picked up here. So we'd like them to be able to jump across into a loading, what is it called? The transit tube access. So I think we want to start with 2 of these here. So I need to, I actually don't think they can they? I think they can deconstruct that there. Okay, so the transit tube access is going to be like right there. So we just want tiles. So I think I want the tube right there. So I think we want it like that, maybe. Something like that. You mostly don't need to work at work. Got called to work last night. You'd rather work than do mind-numbingly dumb cybersecurity online class. Mind-numbingly dumb, huh? So if this is going to be the tube here, transit tube, let me figure out how this is going to work. It's going to go up and down. I need to figure out how we're going to get them into there. Because I haven't built one of these before. Well, I built it like once or twice. Let me get rid of that. Okay. And I believe what we want is for them to be able to go like that. I think that works, right? That was this morning, mandated by company because we have some duplicates in our employ that keep clicking on phishing links. Oh, those stupid duplicates. All right, beautiful. You poor, stupid duplicates you have at your work. Okay, so we go 1, 2. Damn. Neurovacillator, as much as I hate to do this, deconstruct. You are in a place that's in the way. The good thing is I have a couple other ones that I can use to recharge if needed. Feels a little painful to get rid of that thing. Almost like selling long-range scanners in FTL or something. Okay, how much plastic? Oh, this is made out of... Is this being made out of lead gonna be okay? Let me make these out of iron. I probably should just do steel, but I'd rather not use steel on that. I'm gonna do iron and hope that iron will not overheat too fast. That it's hopefully not too hot here. You got to finish AWS training, which is Amazon Web Service, huh? Okay. You're looking to get certified to help you find other gerbs. You gotta quit your gerb. I wonder if it's better. Can they walk across to be run through wall and floor tile? I wonder if it's better if I do it this way. If I did it like that, would they be able to walk across there better? I guess I can test that, see if they walk across that. It's like a wall. Well, if it's like a wall, I'm wondering if they'll run it on the top of it instead of jumping across. Just make a tube. Let me test it. I want to actually test it. You move to right there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he does jump on it, but it doesn't look like it saves that much time. All right, well, we'll just do a tube. Just do a series of tubes. Okay. Okay. This power thing I'm gonna need to get rid of once I'm gonna go up. But this is mainly, I want to make this to go down to start. No, we'll take sand. And we need to plug this into power. So heavy watt wire. No, I don't use heavy watt conductive wire that much. Let's take the refined stuff, or yeah, it takes the refined stuff. But so does, no, this does not take the refined stuff, so that's why I'm using this. Okay, it's cheaper to do that. I probably should use conductive eventually. I wonder if I actually should start swapping over to conductive wire with how much power we're going to be running with these things. We won't do that yet. Rand Co., where cheap is king. That's right. What is this? A tube for ants? It needs to be at least 3 times bigger than this. All right, where's my plastic? 18.7 tons after we build a big long tube. Let's see how much we're at. 18.7 goes down to 13.2. So I use about 5 tons of plastic for that. Okay. We're going to do, of course, exit tubes and stuff like that. You make your tube like 2 side by side because only 4 tubes can use 1 tube access. You do your tube like 2 side by side because only 4 dupes can use 1 tube access, huh? I'm going to start with this. Maybe eventually I'll have one go off to the side. I'm not going to do a double tube access yet. I'm not going to do that yet. I don't think I have enough plastic to even come close to doing 2 tubes side by side. Okay. So I need to deconstruct that guy. Actually, what I'll probably have is an exit here to get access to all this stuff, and then I'm gonna have this go across and then down. Oh no! Why is my petroleum stopped? Oh, it's not stopped. It's just a smaller amount. That's good. That's what I want to see, because we want this to actually start going down in levels here. What's our carbon dioxide levels looking like? Pretty good. Nobody's hungry in here? All right. I'm glad I didn't do the redesign because this is looking like it's starting to even out. I feel like I just needed to get my molten slickers all good shape there. Dupes makes more sense. Yeah, the whole only 4 tubes can use 1 tube doesn't make sense. Do I still play FTL Cheese? Absolutely, twice a week. I play twice a week. I play Mondays and Thursdays. So I'll be playing tomorrow, although tomorrow's FTL stream is going to be slightly shorter because I have to do some singing. If the building's flooded, does it still provide power? Looks like it is. Okay. Where do I want them to be able to get out of here? And how many of these guys do we have? Only 3 guys in here, huh? Cheese, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, my friend. How do we only have 3 in here? Okay, well let's wrangle 1. Let's see. Capture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's wrangle so we fill that up there. Cramped, overcrowded, and glum. Sucks to be you. All right, I think I want to do an exit right here. So I'm gonna actually remove and deconstruct. I will do. I forget how many plugged in ones I need, but I'll replace that one over there because I want to do an exit right here. I probably want to do a pickup here as well. Actually, I should probably do the pickup right here instead of the exit. Yes, that's what I should do. So, transit tube access right there. Like that. And then power the thing. It's plugged in, beautiful. And that should be pinch row. Pinch row, 6, incubate. Yes, tubes, but they can use same tube if there's enough access points. Okay. One way to help control the level of petroleum in your storage tank is to place a liquid sensor where you want it to stop and have it activate petrol generators and standby. True. That's true. It's not a bad idea. Crap, you don't have power. Is that because... Okay, this thing is flooded and that is causing this to not have power. Okay, I need to fix that situation. That's because steam is coming up here. Okay, I guess I just need to dump this water out. There, that should get that unflooded, hopefully. And let me do this transit tubes a little further down just so it's blocking this water from screwing that up. There, and now there, hopefully. Where's this water dripping? Stop dripping, Almy water. Stop it. Okay. And I guess actually right now they could just exit right there. I'm going to just leave that. I'm going to have another tube that's going to go give me access over here. So let me, again, deconstruct a bunch of stuff here. So these power lines have been not useful for a while now. Should get rid of this power transformer. Because it's not supplying power for anything, right? No, it's not. Okay. Gas filter, deconstruct. Get rid of these pipes here. That was all when I was pumping stuff in and out of here, I think, when I was pumping steam in here. Pressure gas vent. Pressure gas vent there. Okay. Oh, the molten larvae are drowning. And they're drowning in their own pee. So that's great. Great. Drowning in your own pee. What a way to go. What a way to go. Oh, you know what? I should get rid of all that, too. And all this. Let's get rid of all those. Gas vent. Gas vent and gas vent. It's cleanup time around here. This is auto bottle off, right? Yes. Oh crap, is this thing still pumping stuff in there? It is. That thing's full. I need to just deconstruct this guy. There's a bunch of random water just lying in there. Wonder why I have so much steam everywhere. Oh, because I'm just pouring water everywhere. No, this is flooded. That's bad. Do not let this thing get flooded. We have kind of a drip lock going here, which is great, but having one of my steam turbines flooded is a bad thing. Priority 9. Do that right now. Come on, somebody mop this thing. Good. There we go. I don't know if there's a way to stop that. This is all kind of a mess. I never really planned that out very well. How's the steam? So the temperature's good everywhere except over here. I think I almost want to put another aqua tuner over here to make sure that the steam's getting hot enough. It's kind of funny. I was worried about this steam vent making everything too hot in here. But I think it's dormant, so that's probably why. 23 cycles. So probably we're actually a little low on heat now because this thing's not working, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so I wanted to get my... how... Is there any way to get transit tube to cross over ladders and stuff without messing them up? I know transit tube crossing is wall and floor tile. I probably have to just get rid of one ladder and have it go across, right? Like have one layer of ladder and pole be gone. Pole be gone. It's 3. So if I did something like across like this, I need to just make a tube go across it. Okay, okay, that's fine. Okay. I am going to need to dig across to reach all this area, though, I think. There. Printables. Sure. Hatchling, why not? Check skills again. Gossman, you are at 15 athletics. As soon as he gets exosuit training, I'm probably going to go ahead and let him out. I think his athletics is pretty darn solid. I don't want to max her out there. So yeah, if I just deconstruct that right there, I think this would allow this to go like that. Yeah, it looks like that works. Crap, I'm gonna have to dig through and release this water to reach this stuff. Okay, I think I can fix that. If I do, I don't want to leak a bunch more water to get even more steam. So if I do this, and then the next level up, I should be able to deal with that. Let's push the water up here. Okay. And even do this just to hopefully make the water not drip out of here as we fill this in. Okay, and then we do that, and we deconstruct that, and that should allow them to make that whole tube. Okay. Okay, and how do I have this set up? I probably should have had a fire tube already here. So let's go ahead, or a fire pole. So let's do, we have ladder, fire pole, so the tube is going to be right here. I'll probably have a couple pickup points and have it exit down the very bottom so they can go where they need to go. So deconstruct, 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 deconstruct. You jinxed yourself literally the second you finished typing about hoping there was no work tonight. A live chat and 2 tickets came in. Oh, Nietzsche, that's So sad. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I'm so sad. Do I need to do these out of steel? Well, do fire poles overheat? I don't do iron ore. I don't think I've ever had an issue with them overheating. Let's hope they don't. Have them just go all the way down. Why not? Okay. And then it's going to be like... How much plastic do I have? 10 tons. Okay. There. 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 And then I'm going to have an exit right there. And they can jump across. And then we'll have maybe 2 access tubes. Maybe have the first place, then skip one. Actually, I should have an exit right by where the grooming station. So if I have an exit there, maybe have an entrance right to the side there. Okay. All right. So I want to have 1, 2, 3. We'll have an access there, and we'll have one on the... They go to the steel place a lot, so let's do it right here. 1, 2, 3. I love actually getting this set up and having a plan. Of course, said plan might be a bad plan, but I like having a plan. All right, so we're down to 9. So we've used about half of our plastic, or maybe a little bit more than half of our plastic for this, but I feel like this is going to really help the long commutes issue, hopefully. How's that steam? How hot is that steam? Might your tubes melt eventually? 119, 126, 130. It's a good question. However, I think we're okay. If it was inside this room, I would be worried about it. I think plastics melts at 150. I've checked this like a couple times today. Solids, I think it's 150 something. Yeah, it becomes a liquid at 159. So right around 160. So I think it's going to be okay. We're at like 119. Gets as hot as 135 down here. 212 there. 133. So if I went all the way down here, there's a good chance it'd probably turn... Oh, speaking of, there's some naphtha there. But I guess we'll find out if anything melts as we do this. Power line here. We want to go down this guy to reach there. Reach there, and while I got a power line going, we can do this guy, and we're eventually going to have any meat here get delivered up there. Okay. Alrighty, so plastic, 10 tons. Oh, we went back up a little bit here. They can't reach this. They can't reach it over here either. Okay. Okay, so I guess I got to do some ladders just to reach here. Will I be able to walk on that? I'm not sure. See if that'll let them reach it. Does that ladder make this a reachable dig? Yes. Okay, good. Hey, all right, they're starting to use it. Cool. Hopefully we'll have enough power, because I'm pretty sure that the things with transport tubes is that they are very power hungry. So hopefully after we get these built, we'll have to start checking our power usage and all that. So that should allow them to get around here much quicker, hopefully. Do priority 9. I want this to stop leaking down here. A couple food poisoning. What are you guys eating that's food poisoning? You. No. I guess it's barbecue. Okay. Wow. So there's not enough heat in this room now, actually. So when the steam fan is idle, I'd actually get enough heat in here. So I do a second thermal aqua tuner, maybe. What's the temperature is this water at? 56. We could definitely cool it more. If I want to do that, I would need to shorten this pipe a little bit to put an aqua tuner here to have it go in. Actually, no, I could. If I had the pipe cross over down here, go into aqua tuner. Yeah, I probably would need to shorten this by 1. I think I might want to do that actually, because not having these guys run is not great. They're working on all that. Sufficient power, they are working on all that. Okay. This is actually going to dump water on this, which I don't like. Let me actually move this liquid vent over to like right there. Liquid vent deconstruct, okay. It'll use even more power to have another thermal aqua tuner going, but if it's making it so that these guys are running, hopefully it'll close to pay for itself. Wow, our batteries are getting low. I feel like I need another power source. You know what? Our carbon dioxide is not actually getting that high. I think I'm going to add one extra. I'm going to do an extra petroleum generator here. I'm going to start getting a little cocky here. Do second petroleum generator. This will help us use up petroleum, create a little more carbon dioxide, hopefully not too much, but we do have the automation to hopefully stop them from overdoing it. I feel like they're actually eating more carbon dioxide than I thought they would. I need to make super coolant so I can cool all that steam outside my sauna. Well, that requires getting into space, and we are a little ways from getting into space, I think. Or a lot of ways from getting into space. Do it that way. Okay. Wow, before I just couldn't handle all the carbon dioxide I have now. You know what? I think it's because the steam vent being dormant. I think the steam vent pushing the carbon dioxide up was the real issue. Possibly, anyway. Okay. I want to plumbing, radiant liquid pipe, aluminum. I want to do that. I want to deconstruct those two. And I'm going to put another thermal aqua tuner there. So that is utilities. Yeah, that should be able to fit there. And we're going to do a plumbing liquid pipe thermosensor right above that. Thermal aqua tuner. I can't place it there because it can't go on that junction thing. Okay. Alright, so I need to do cancel that. Make this even slightly shorter. Hopefully this won't mess me up too much. With these being aluminum pipes, it should be able to cool down a little bit faster there, I think. So I think it should be fine. Okay. After I get all this done, I'll probably create the thing to deliver the meat that's in here up to where it needs to go. Still says long commutes though, huh? New printables. Lots of fern seed, sure, gimme. Okay. And so utilities, thermal aqua tuner, there we go. So we do that guy there. We do plumbing. Liquid pipe thermosensor right there. Plug it into this guy. Power it really easily, which is nice. And then we want this pipe to go down. And that can join back there. Yes, so what we want to do is do an obsidian, we do this. Goes insulated. Am I doing ceramic all in here? I probably should just go ahead and do ceramic just to be sure. Well, I don't think I need ceramic here. I think we can do, what is it? Igneous, I think is the other one. There. And there. And this is going to say if it's above 1, or is it below 1? What? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Above 1. Let's copy those settings. There we go. There we go. You know what? Having this regular water mixed in here is actually bad. Because if it cools it down below 1, that will freeze in the pipes. Damn it, how do I get all that water mixed in? The wrong type of water. I think I actually need to add in a little hydro, whatchamacallit, filter, liquid filter to filter out the regular water. There we go. And so now we can disconnect this and deconstruct this liquid bridge. Okay, that should help heat this up, get the steam hotter. Yeah, it's starting to heat up there. Beautiful. I want to filter out this water, so I can actually fit in a liquid filter, I believe, right here. So plumbing, liquid filter, beautiful. And we want to filter out the clean water here. Because the clean water is going to freeze. And I've been meaning to fix this anyway. Get rid of all these random pipes here, I think. That bridge there. And all these guys, that's all from earlier getting stuff set up. Is this made out of steel? Perfect. So we want regular clean water. Clean water. Where is just, was it just water? Water. To get filtered out. And just go out. And then I want to disconnect that from there and that from there. Okay. But yeah, supercoolant would be a very useful thing for a number of these things if we can get that eventually going. I don't think that's going to be a project for today, though. Okay, did we do that right? No power. Whoops. I forgot this thing needs power. There we go. And this will hopefully fix the issue I've had for a while, which is clean water and the other type of water all mixed in here, which is not a good thing. And we can get rid of that filter once we filter out all the clean water in this loop, so it's all we just want polluted water, because polluted water has a lower freeze temperature and a higher vaporization point, I believe. There we go. Nice. Beautiful. Now that's interesting. I don't know that I knew that liquid reservoirs could hold two different types of liquid in them. I guess I assumed we would only hold one and the other one would get filtered out or something. I don't know. Interesting. Beautiful. Okay, so that should be all fixed. How we're doing here. So a little extra carbon dioxide getting on this side. I probably keep an eye on that, but doesn't look like it's overflowing, and it's staying in position too. I think if we add petroleum generators, if I put them on this side, it'll be fine because it's not going to get as messed up by the steam vent over here. When they output 10 kilogram alternating between the liquids. Interesting. Okay. So that's why we have like a hole in between. It goes, yeah, you're right. You can actually see polluted, clean, polluted, clean, polluted, clean. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. All right, we're starting to use up this petroleum. Very nice. Temperature 371. I'm going to do some more aluminum pipes here so they can still exchange their heat faster here. Plumbing, radiant, aluminum. There's at least one of these. This is tungsten through there somewhere. Yeah, there. Maybe if I do this whole top row. Maybe that will help with the heating that up. It's a smaller amount. We'll once this thing gets like back down to half full, maybe I'll do that thing recommended by who was it? Common Sense, where you do some petroleum generators that only turn on when that thing is filled up. All right, so still long commutes. So they have a pickup. Okay, they are using these to get around. Still long commutes. I feel like it shouldn't be as bad. Yeah, they're using these tubes. That's awesome. Oh wait, this one's not powered. No tube connected. It's powered. I'm just a dumbass. Okay. It'd help if I did that. There we go. And I'll probably do a third level. Once we get more duplicants, I might do a third level of Atmos Suit Docks, another pickup point here. I'm thinking of putting these natural gas generators down in my thing too. That would actually add some more heat and also make it so they're not out here spewing carbon dioxide, although we are sending the carbon dioxide out. But anything to add more heat would probably be a good thing. Do I want to add those down there? If I were to put those in here, where would I put them? I feel like I could put them like right here on the side. They would drop polluted water, which would turn to steam. And we have the water regulated thing going on here. How are you doing? Have we got all the polluted water out of there? Or all the clean water out of there? Looks like there's no water, just polluted. Looks good, so I can get rid of this filter now. Deconstruct the filter. Deconstruct those guys. And we do insulated pipes. Go. Beautiful. I really should figure out something else to do with this clean water that we're getting rid of here, because we're actually, because this polluted water is turning to steam and it's like repressurizing, we are getting free water out of this. What can I do with clean water other than just store it in a big giant tank? I mean, I could just make a big giant clean water tank. Does sleet wheat use water? Maybe I actually look into starting a sleet wheat farm. I've been kind of wanting to try sleet wheat for once. A spare spalm? That might not be a bad idea. Do a second thing. I don't know that would be enough for a whole other full Rodriguez though. Make a spalm out of steel and I can use hot water. What would I do with that oxygen? Just start pumping it on the map, you think? What would be the purpose of that spalm? What would I use that oxygen for? Both sleet wheat and bristle blossom use clean water. Okay. You know, I've gotten this thing fairly well balanced. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't automate this guy. Let me do that. Of course, I need to keep an eye on this since I added the second petroleum generator, but hopefully this will regulate well with us having these things in place. I wanted to look at... I have all of this meat. Barbecue gives us what? Morale +8. Sleet wheat. Aren't there like some burgers that you can make that use sleet wheat for like something? Tofu marinade, flavorful pinch of pepper plant. I know frost buns give 4. Are there some like burgers you can make that combines the meat and the bread? You make burgers, they decrease athletics. They do? -2 athletics if you do the burgers? What? That's hilarious and terrible. Why would it do that? I guess like stupid Americans making them fat, huh? If you grow both, you can make berry sludge, which can be mass produced with no decay value. It's a food coma. That explains America. You made that mistake in a game. They're frostbun, lettuce, and barbecue. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that if they're gonna lower athletics. I mean, even if I'm getting my duplicants up to like 15 or 20 athletics before I let them out, I feel like it's a bad idea to have anything that's debuffing them all the time. Okay. And lettuce is by far the most annoying to farm. Yeah, I've heard that the, what is it? It's the water. It's the stuff that, the water weed or whatever. That would probably be a big old pain. What was it they say? You both grow, you make berry sludge. Can be mass produced with no decay value. Berry sludge. Is that in here somewhere? Nutrient bar. So that would be bristleberry and what did you say? Rodrigo 82. Thank you so much for Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the randoms, my friend. How does berry sludge... I mean, spicy tofu looks amazing. What's tofu made out of? Why does this keep moving? Nosh beans. Do I have nosh bean seeds? I do. I have 496, actually. Oh, there's surf and turf. True. I need Paku for that. Just need a saltwater volcano. Well, I have a saltwater volcano. Well, I have a saltwater, what's it called? Geyser right over here. The best channel? Well, thank you. Nosh beans are also annoying to farm. So, Paku. Are there any Paku anywhere on my map? I never have gotten into Paku farming. You can do starvation farming with Pakus, can't you? But I wanted to do something with my water. And Paku farming wouldn't really let me do anything with my water, I feel like. Bristleberry and sleet wheat make berry sludge. It has a 4,000 calorie value. I think I want to do that. I've been wanting to do sleet wheat. I know there's a lot of cooling you have to do to make it, keep it in the temperature range. So, since we have all this clean water coming out, as I say that there's not any clean water coming out, but let's figure out where we could do it. If we wanted to do, there's a cool biome like right here. Is there a cool biome anywhere I can like just start it? So if I did some sort of sleet wheat farm like right here, you know, I don't think I want these coal generators going anymore. Deconstruct, deconstruct, deconstruct. Even though those are giving me some power, I don't think I need that power anymore. Water plus equals bristle plus pincha, which is stuffed berry plus 12. Water equals bristly. What is bristly? Oh, bristleberries. So bristleberry. So that's a plus 12, you're saying? The pincha pepper fruit and the bristleberries, huh? So I have a couple different choices. Is there a place? You know what? Let me look at index food. Let me look at the different things. Berry sludge. Quality is plus 3. It's not very good quality. So that's just the bristleberries by itself. Excellent fruit. Oh, that's stuff you just find, isn't it? Paku fillet, pepper bread. Plus 5. So that's bread plus pinch of pepper fruit. So I assume that's, it says loaf of bread. I assume that takes the sleet wheat. You basically dump polluted or salt water in your sauna. It will give you clean water passively. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I could do that. Sushi stuffed berry. Bristleberries stuffed with delectable spices and vibrant. Okay, no. I'm kind of thinking the pepper bread might be where I want to go. Where's the burgers? I want to see the burgers. Because I want to see if it shows the the debuff. Frost Burger. Quality ambrosial +6. It doesn't show that it gives you the -2 debuff, though. That kind of sucks, but that's +6. Is that like the best? Is that the best you can get from that is +6? +5 is really good. And I want to see how that compares to, where's barbecue? Barbecue is +3. Okay. So I feel like if I got a build with this, that would be an upgrade and also would let me use my water. It's the passive soul food buff from burgers that do it. Ah, okay. I would need polluted water for the paper. Oh, the pepper? I got plenty of polluted water. Pepper bread is the best for farming high volume, high tier. Okay, let's start with a sleet wheat farm. Okay, I've never built this before. So we're gonna need to get a cooling solution for this. We could possibly use this cooling. I'm probably gonna have to do a separate cooling loop for that, huh? Because this water is. How is this water never cooling down that far? I have 2. Oh, currently I don't have enough power. Crap, I said I have plenty of power, but these petroleum generators shut off. These coal generators were apparently giving me a lot of power I needed. I feel like I need a secondary power source before I try to make this happen. I need more power. Our power is not enough with our petroleum generators turning off when we have too much, whatchamacallit, too much carbon dioxide. What other power can I make use of? So it's like spend power. All right, I guess I gotta just turn these coal generators back on. God, I didn't want to use these coal generators, just making a bunch of more carbon dioxide on my map. Or run the petroleum 100% and pump CO2 out to space if there's too much. I don't want to pump them out because it uses power to do that. I have geothermal with the volcanoes. Oh, okay. So you're saying I only have 1 volcano. Are you saying use this lava for steam? I've never done geothermal power before, actually. If I could convert this into some geothermal power, that would actually be amazing. Is this powering anything? No, I need to deconstruct you. No sharks with frickin' lasers in my liquid hot magma? No, not currently. There's an FJ video about it. Yeah, I don't have to watch it on stream. I'm trying to remember if I've watched that one. Let me pull it up and see if I can just look at the build without having to like watch a whole thing on stream here. Francis John geothermal power. Is it the? Well, I see one from Gundahar. Volcanic steam power. Is it the volcanic steam power? Probably. Okay, it's about a 20-minute video.
The debris here could pop chill to -266. Debris is going to be transferred.
Yeah, this is pretty complicated.
You're going to be using a thermal aperture.
Okay.
It generates that's all that happened in the system. Hey, we need more heat.
I feel like I'd have to watch this one off stream.
You can turn on and off whenever you want. For example,
I think I do want to do that, but I don't want to watch it right now because I don't want to watch a tutorial video while on stream. You'd recommend making geothermal power with the magma core instead, as volcanoes are tricky with geothermal power. So just use this for geothermal power. All right, I'm gonna have to watch the video on that because I don't want to spend time on that right now. It's pretty easy to create extra power. I just use coal generators. What I need to do is just make it so that these are auto fed. That way I don't have to use duplicate labor so much. They just have to deliver to here. So let me make a, let me just do an auto sweeper here, and it can supply all 3 of these guys, I believe. Yeah, if I do this, this will make this better. And then they'll just have to deliver the coal to the storage bin as needed. So, power. There. You pull magma core to make lots of power. Already halfway done on that. 18 steam turbines are working. Wow. Okay. That might be my project for next stream. Is actually try to get some geothermal power, because that sounds pretty awesome actually. Okay, cancel that. And that should supply these. They don't have to run over. I think that's part of the reason we're having power issues, because these guys are not always filled. I should have done this before. Okay, and that should start supplying those guys. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, so that'll save a lot of duplicate labor. And let's say when they get down to like 10%, it fills up. 10%. And 10%. Okay. Do I have automation on this? I do. And it's set at 90/40. Okay, that's good. Okay. So hopefully those 3 coal generators will make it so that things are powered. Adding the second aqua tuner is sucking up a lot of power. How much do these things do? 12. And these guys are 600 each. You know what? I'm actually going to do a second row of these. These things can reach through... can these things reach through mesh tiles? Because if I just do a floor of mesh tiles, I'm going to do 3 extra coal generators, and I'm going to have extra coal power for now. They can't reach through the... Can they reach through... They can reach through doors. I thought somebody said they could reach through airflow tiles, though. Is that not right? Well, I guess we'll just do a second auto sweeper then. I guess I'll test it. Somebody said they reached through airflow tiles, but maybe that person was wrong. All right, we'll do a little test here real fast. Let's see here. I don't want to use coal, but I'm going to because I don't want to... Because I don't have a good power solution right now. I thought all these steam turbines, if they were working all the time, would just provide so much power. And they're just... I guess it's because they're only working at... I guess that's what that little bar is. That means that they're only running at that percentage of their max or something. I don't really need coal. I have 856 tons of coal. You can make it in the floor, then it serves 2 floors. The auto sweeper, you can make it in the floor. I don't know how you do that. Hey, what's up, Scotch Pingo? How are you doing? I'm doing great, my friend. Okay, power. And this is a temporary, as all the things I say are, temporary solution. 3 tile gap between 2 floors of generators. The line of sight for the sweeper can get to both floors. 3 tile gap between 2 floors of generators. You're doing pretty well. Nothing in particular. Good. Just got positive vibes. Nice. 3 tile gap. So I need this to be 1 floor, 1 tile down. Don't build 3 of the floor tiles, I think. Are you saying a gap? Yeah, I'm a little confused. A hole in the floor where the generator goes. Let me try. Let me deconstruct here. Deconstruct this guy. See if I can figure out what you're describing here. You cannot to put together a sentence. Okay. If I turn it sideways. Oh, okay. So if I actually put a hole in the floor, I think is what you're saying. If I put it sideways, maybe? See if I do... Hold on a second. Because I know you can do these things sideways. So like, would that be able to reach, if I got rid of that block right there and I could put a second turbine right there, would that reach those? Let me try. I think I might understand how this might work. I think if I do it like this, this might reach everything. Like that. So if that, there, and then power there. Let me see if that reaches that one, because if that guy reaches that one, then we know that this will work. Okay. Power, okay. Let me put this at 80 just to see if it supplies it. It doesn't look like that is supplying it. Is it? Are you working? So maybe if I swapped it over to this side, because I wasn't sure if you can load it on the left. You can either load it on the left or the right side. So if I swap this over, maybe this will work. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. There. Kind of just experimenting for myself right now. Because people try to explain it, but I don't understand their explanations. We'll see if this one works. Like that. So if that supplies this guy, then we'll know that that works. Or if I actually need to do a 3-tile floor space. Again, I don't know what that 3-tile floor space... Do I need to get rid of 3... Let me see. If I got rid of 3... Would this reach? If I did that, I couldn't put the other generator there, so... I don't know. I would need a picture of mumbo jumbo gumbo from what you're trying to describe. Okay, let's see what this does. Did that one, but it doesn't reach that one, apparently. Okay, let's stop trying to be fancy. Let's just do one for each floor. Without a picture, I don't know how y'all are thinking this would work, because I can't figure it out. And we'll just do 2 floors here. Stop being fancy. Is chat not working? Because nobody said anything for like a good minute or two after I've been asking about this, so I'll just assume that what I'm trying to do is not working or something. Alright, so copy settings. You're having the nuttiest FTL run. You had 2 free hull repair drones, a free defense 2, and free combat drone. Could you build it flat, not sideways, with the bit pointed down and a build generator on it? Can I build it flat, not sideways, with the bit pointed down and a generator on top? No, I don't think I could do that. Like when you try to build this thing, like I can't build it anywhere here because it's overlapping. I have to go like up a space. I can't like build it on the same level here. The rotated sweeper setup is working. Basically how you can supply 4 curl generator. Yeah, picture. Mumbo jumbo, you're gonna have to give me a picture because I don't know what you're saying. I'm just gonna do this because until I get a picture, I'm not gonna understand what you're trying to describe. Power. You should really cycle now before you sit and listen to Rand while playing Star Sector all night. All right, enjoy your cycling. In the floor with a generator on top. It can't... Like, I can't put it in the floor, and if there's no floor, the generator can't sit on it. A generator can't sit on top of this thing. As far as I know, this isn't a floor that you can put a generator on top of. Like, I can't put it there, like you're saying, in the floor. Do you mean like put it like that? But then the coal generator can't sit on top of it. I feel like the sideways thing was working, but I couldn't get the orientation right. Yeah, no, this thing, the only thing that can act as floors are actual floors. So I'm just going to do that. That will supply it, right? Copy settings, do that. So these should now supply for these guys. Automation overlay, though. Yeah, so this is like our backup power generating thing. Whenever it's full, these guys shouldn't run, and hopefully all the rest of the stuff will provide most of the power. Okay. All right. All right, so what was I going to do? I was going to try to do pinch of pepper fruit and sleepweed farm, which I was going to need power to run a cooling loop, most likely. Man, the more steel aqua tuners we try to add, the more frickin' power it's going to take. Yeah, we're starting to get some power hungry builds here. Okay, so we got a bunch of meat. You know what? I know what I want to do. I want to deliver this meat back to my base before I do anything else. Even if I am going to do the frost buns, I think I want to do shipping, conveyor rail. I might eventually have like a full conveyor rail system all over the map, possibly. I'm going to use this steel for a bit. And then once we're up here, I feel like it won't overheat. So let's go to iron now. And I want this to deliver the meat up to my base, so they don't have to carry it. This is going to take a lot of iron. Let's hope we have enough iron. Keeping an eye on my iron numbers as I do this. Okay, that's working pretty well. All right, and so we're going to have this deliver the meat. I guess I could have it deliver. Oh, I can just put it on this thing right here. Can't go through that floor. I could go through this floor actually right here. So cancel this. And shipping, conveyor rail, iron. And have that deliver right there. And that'll bring the meat into there. And that'll be our delivery system. You might build another petrol boiler and make use of the 3 more oil reserves. That's not a bad idea, actually. Do another petrol boiler, and that's literally just to create petroleum for power. Petroleum, and I just use up that power. That's not a bad idea. Ah, you got a picture. Beautiful. Let's see what you're trying to describe to me. Okay, so that's one that supplies 4. Okay. Okay, so that'll be one that supplies 4. So I couldn't use one to supply 6. That was where my issue was, I guess. Can they reach all this stuff? I think they can. Okay. Sure. Free ethanol. That's cool. All right, and we want you to pick up meat. Cooking ingredient. No. Guess it's edible as meat. Meat. Perfect. Cool. Thank you for that picture, Momo Jumbo. I might do that. Cargo. But it's now going there. Okay. That's an issue. Okay. So that means I need to do conveyor bridge. Technically could have done 6. It would have also done 8, 2 on each side of each floor, but oh well. It could have done 6. It would have done 8, 2 on each side on each floor. I don't know what you mean, Ichi. I'm confused. Okay, I guess I have to do this on a separate line, actually. So I guess I just can't do this. So this is going to do... I was trying to combine lines and my brain can't figure out how to make that work. Actually, let's do those steel because it's hotter here. Conveyor rail, steel. There. Okay, and that should do what I want it to do. Because with that picture, Nietzsche, if you're looking at that picture, there's no way to fit any more coal generators there that'll fit from what I can see. Okay. But yeah, I would like actually to make use of, like if I did these 3 petrol generators, I don't know that I want to work on another boiler right now. If I do another boiler, I kind of actually want to use my, lava for that. My minor volcano for the petrol boiler. So it sounds like I want to do more complicated builds is what it sounds like I want to do. All right, I want them to finish this so I can see this meat get transferred. Poor rotten omelet. So I'm going to build this thing. Looks like the limit is 3 for a single floor or 4 across 2 floors. Yes. I think that's right. Oh, poor things turning into meat. Anybody gonna build this stuff? Come on, Stuplicants, do what I tell you to do, please. Pretty sure there's steel like on the ground over here. You just gotta bring it over and build the thing. One more. And they're like, well, break time. Gotta go to bed. Can't work 2 extra minutes. Okay, is it going? Oh, they have a lot to build. Okay, never mind. Apparently these things... Oh, yeah, I think this is a pretty advanced build. You need a certain skill to be able to build those. Okay. Okay, Gossman. Exosuit wearing. You are at 14 athletics. You know, I said I was going to let you do that. Go as soon as you got that done, but yeah, you're not high enough. No. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody have a whole bunch of stuff? Yeah. You're digging. Is there any builder that has some spare points? So I can do this. So you can do conveyor rails. You have that. You don't have building. Construction, you have that. Your morale is not doing great. Yeah, my morale is not doing great on some of these people. She's good, but she's my cook. She stays home all day. Construction, no, your morale's not good. Okay. I wonder why my morale is going down. You can get 5, but that's as much as you can think of. Okay. Well, it's no big deal. It's just a little extra power to have it automated with these 2 guys. It's no big deal. Sadly, this is going to be a big portion of my power now, which is what I don't want. I don't want that to be a significant portion of my power. What I could do, though, I guess, is do the whole run a couple extra petroleum generators when this is above a certain line. So this is because I'm not even maximizing the amount. I'm like doing 1/10 of the amount of petroleum I can make. So I probably should just have extra petroleum generators. The thing is, if I do that, I'm going to have extra carbon dioxide that we're making. So We are like working on pumping carbon dioxide off the map up here. How's that going, by the way? It's doing pretty good. Oh, are you guys out of... Okay, they're out of natural gas, I guess. Our natural gas geysers got nothing. Okay, it's been idle. So, you know what? I think I am going to do that. I'm going to have... let me turn this back on. Let's maximize that. And we're going to put 2 extra petroleum generators just right next to this with a that are hooked up to a whatchamacallit, a liquid sensor thing. Assuming you have 9 oil reserves, you can support 15 petroleum generators. Yeah, I don't have all those. Don't have all those going yet. But we have. I know that I think 1 petroleum generator can be supplied by 3 oil wells, and that's currently what we have. That's why I haven't got any more than that. So let me get the extra petroleum generators. Steel. They're going to be dripping out water, though, which will be turning into steam. I have so much steam. I probably should be using the steam that's in here. We're basically do have geothermal power with all this random steam. Maybe I should just use all the steam, man. How do I make use of this steam? Can I like pump all the steam into a room? Okay, that's another time. We're not gonna work on that right now. I'm just gonna put these like right. I'm gonna put it right. Was gonna do it here. We're gonna work on geothermal power next time. I think I would like to make that happen. I feel like that will be interesting. I'm gonna do 2 petroleum generators that are just going to turn on when this gets to a certain level. Can you close off the steam turbines in a room and then pump it in there? No, it has to be in a room below where the steam turbines are. It has to be a certain temperature. So it's a lot more complicated than it sounds, because the steam has to be 125 degrees or higher for the steam turbines to activate. So there's going to be a much more complicated build. A much more complicated build to make it work. So I'm not gonna worry about it. It's not gonna do it. We're gonna do this. Only way to use that steam is if you use magma to raise up the temperature to above 200 C to make the turbines run at full power. Exactly. So it's gonna take heating it up and a bunch of other stuff. It's gonna take other stuff. So, okay, so what level do I want it to be at? I guess we could have it like right at this level right next to it. Kind of gives us some wiggle room here. So it's a automation liquid element sensor. So it sends a green signal, so we're going to want this here, and then we're going to want a NOT gate. Is that right? I want these things to turn on when it's doing a red signal. Let me think this through. My brain with NOT gates. So it's going to be petroleum. So it senses it. So green signal means there's too much petroleum. Turn on. So I don't think I need a NOT gate, actually. No NOT gate. So when that turns on, these guys turn on. So that's all we need. So automation. And then I need to plug these guys into my power grid, which is pretty easy. There. It is a NOT. Use a hydro sensor. Am I... Isn't that what this is? Hydro sensor? Liquid element sensor? Oh, is that for being in a pipe, though? I think that works. Does pressure in this game work like real life in that increasing the pressure also heats up the gas? It doesn't work exactly like real life. I know that when you raise the pressure, I think you have to apply more energy to raise the heat, I think. I don't know. I can't answer your question, Nietzsche. Okay, that's what I want it to do. There's no boil effect? Is that what you're asking? You know what? I don't even want that muck root. Yeah, reject. Don't even want it. Okay, there we go. So that should help. So we've maximized our petroleum generator. Now if it gets too high, they'll use that. This dripping polluted water, which is going to create even more steam out here. Which I don't really care about the gases out here. Maybe one day I'll care about that. It might still even produce too much. I might actually need more petroleum generators than that. Looks like it's using it up. I don't know. We'll have to see how that balances out. It's a shame because then you could just pump in the gas to overpressure it and increase the temperature at the same time. Yeah, that definitely does not work in this game. Okay. All right, good. And that won't work unless we need the power. Perfect. Okay, I was going to work on a sleep wheat farm. Is all this stuff powered? Yes. Now our thermal aqua tuners are powered. Good. Keeping our heat, our steam heating here. Is this thing active yet? 7 more cycles, this will turn back on. Then we're going to see how this carbon dioxide levels are going to be. But what I'm loving is this balance of carbon dioxide and steam. That's looking really good. And is it throwing out any extra water? It is. So I want to use this water in a sleet wheat farm. Sleet wheat and pinch of pepper fruit. So I need to look at how these things work. So they both are going to need water, so I'm going to need thermal, whatever they're called. I'm going to need the water plant-based stuff. One boiler produces enough to supply 5 continuous running generators. I currently have 5. These aren't running continuously though, so. But I also have an oil press going, or a polymer press. It's going to be a ton of aqua tuners just do sleet wheat. Well, what if I started with the pinch of pep? Well, let's see. Do I even have a liquid that can get sleet wheat down low enough? What is the sleet wheat grain? 10 degrees Celsius. Sleet is just -5C. So I could do polluted water on that, right? Because that freeze temperature is at -20. So if we could get it down to hover right around -10 or -5 or whatever like that. It's -55 to -5C. Oh, so -5C is the highest point, the hottest it can be. Okay. Okay. Is there any better liquid for that? Is polluted water the second best after supercoolant? You just need one aqua tuner. Problem is that you need either petroleum or ethanol as coolant. Well, I have plenty of petroleum. I was wondering if petroleum was going to be better for coolant. What's petroleum's levels? -20C, but its specific heat is worse, right? The thermal conductivity is worse. Yeah, so polluted water will work. I just need to make sure I don't freeze in the pipe. So I need to get a very controlled setup for this. So I'm probably, does sleet wheat care what it grows in? Can I put hydrogen in the room so that it can conduct its heat better? Is what I should ask. Am I farming or wild farming? I wasn't gonna do wild, but I have pips. Would it be easier to do wild? Because I guess wilds you don't have to water, but I do. I was planning on doing this to use up my water, actually. We need O2, polluted O2, CO2. Just needs to keep the temperature. Let me see here. What do I want to do? I want to use up my water, so I'm going to do... Okay. If you run wild, then you won't be using water. Yeah, I wanted to do this so I would be using my water up. So it sounds like I need to be dumping my water into a tank that I even control the water in the tank, right? Because if I'm going to be putting water into the sleet wheat, it's going to be heating up the area, kind of like up at our other farm up here. This farm where we had such a problem with body temperature because now it's too cold here for these guys. All right, let me think how I want to do this. So if I'm going to be trying to be using up the water created in here, which is basically 95-degree water, I'm going to need to cool that water. I wonder, can I make use of... I know that these things aren't very good. But can I somehow make use of the anti-entropy thermonullifier to help with this build? I don't know, this is sounding like a pretty complicated build that I'm not exactly sure how I want to make this work. I need to cool the water to under 5C, yeah. Yeah, I know that's it's very slow, that thing. Yeah, so trying to use almost 100-degree water to supply water for sleet wheat farm sounds like a bad idea, actually. So if I want to do sleet wheat, I need cooler water. How do I get cooler water? I feel like I would need to run it through multiple thermo aqua tuners. So each thermal aqua tuner goes down by 15 degrees, right? So if we're coming out at like 90-something degrees, we need to go down 90. What is that? 30 times 3. That's like 6 aqua tuners we got to get through there. Or just loop of that. I don't. Oh, you're saying I could. So what if I made a tank of this water? We pull from that water and we loop through the aqua tuner until it hits a certain temperature, then it goes out. Is that what you're saying? Go maybe through 2 aqua tuners, and that don't let the water out until it gets to a certain temperature. Hot water will work for feeding for farms as the plants don't care. You just need insulated pipes and a separate cooling line. If you did make a massive water tank, do you lose temperature over time? Yes. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to think my way through how we want to do this. I think the first thing we need to do is just make a water tank for this. So let's actually, because we're just wasting the water right now, let me make my water tank first. I think I'm going to do my farm in like this area. So let me just make a water tank like right here. So just making we're just going to start off with just a basic water tank. So I can figure out what we want to do with this. True, but without insulation pipes, the water will slowly heat up. Yeah, my best insulation is ceramic, so they will still get a little bit of a little heat, I believe. And Nietzsche, the massive water tank, it takes a long time. If you have a lot of water, it takes a long time for the water to cool down, basically. And just in case something ever falls here, let's go ahead and do that. Use many times same water. What do you feed to farm? Also cooling it. Oh, so the cooling loop could be cooling the water, but also cooling the room for the sleet wheat. But then after it's cooled to the temperature you want it, then it feeds into the actual plants. Is that what you're saying? That sounds interesting. Whoops, cancel that. Kind of multi-purpose. Do kind of a multi-purpose thing with the water. Now that sounds interesting. I've never built anything like this though. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I do that, it's like an infinite loop goes through hydroponic farm. I think I understand what you're trying to describe. The water is leaved by the plant, and the only heat produces is standing water. So you're saying it doesn't matter how hot the water is going into the plant, is what you're saying. I don't know. Because it's deleted by the plant. Okay, so let's actually delete this liquid vent here. And insulated pipe is going to go from here up into here. And you're going to need a ladder to be able to reach all this stuff. 1, 2, 3 to there. So what would I need to cool the water to? Basically, I just need a cool polluted water to cool the room down that it's going to be in. Still have standing or moving water. What is exchanging the heat to the atmosphere slowly, but is doing it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure what we're going to need is we're going to need an enclosed room. We're going to need an enclosed room because we're going to need to pump probably... What's the best gas to heat or cool down that they can breathe? Is it probably oxygen, I would guess? Either oxygen or polluted oxygen. Keep checking these database things here. Index, elements, gases. So polluted oxygen... Specific heat capacity is 1, thermal conductivity is 0.024. So I think the higher these numbers, the better they are for heating and cooling. Is that right? 1.01, 0.024. And then where's oxygen? 1.05, 0.024. You would make CO2 because it also stores food. But it's harder to cool and heat stuff in carbon dioxide. And cooling is the biggest challenge for this as far as I'm understanding it. Let me look at food. See plants. Let me look at plants for sleet wheat. So, oh, it's actually positive 5C, not negative 5C like you were saying. Minimum of 150 grams. Use oxygen, polluted oxygen, or carbon dioxide. And it does use dirt, but we are kind of producing dirt. Yeah, we are producing dirt. I don't know that we're producing enough dirt. I didn't think about all the other stuff that would be used. Let me see here. Is this now doing its thing? Wow, none of these guys are doing this thing. It's just not hot enough in here. What is this water at right now? Water is at 11. We actually have pretty cool water in here, but we're planning on dumping much hotter water in there. Yeah, 95-degree water about to go in there. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty complicated build. Because I'm gonna want. If I'm gonna be cooling in there, I think I am going to want oxygen rather than carbon dioxide. Look at, I'm trying to understand how these gases cooling stuff works. Like, let me look at the stats on hydrogen since I know that's the best gas to cool and heat things in. I'm gonna look at the stats because I'm trying to wrap my head around the reasons for the things that we do that people tell us. So, high specific heat capacity, high thermal conductivity, 2.4.168. 1.01, 0.024, 1.01, and then oxygen. Where's oxygen? 1.005. So polluted oxygen and regular oxygen are just about the same. You can grow any plant on 100 seawater as long as the pipes feed it are insulated. The alternative is direct cooling, which takes way too much work with aqua tuners. So what are you saying I should do, common sense? Because I'm going to need to cool down this room. We're going to have to cool down this room. So I'm thinking like what we might do. I would need to use some thermal aqua tuners to cool down the room anyway, just to get a room to that cooler temperature. As far as I know, the only good way of cooling down rooms is a thermal aqua tuner plus steam turbine setup to do a cooling loop like other things we do. And I would want to run polluted water through that. And then we would just use this water at whatever temperature it is to supply the plants, I think. So let me figure out how big we want these farms here. So I wonder how much water these things eat too, if they're similar to the thimble reed that we've been doing. What am I doing? Food. Hydroponic farm. We're gonna want regular tiles. Let me do like at least one space between these. Do this, and the size of greenhouse is 96 tiles, so it's the same as the stables. Okay, so that's 24 across. So we want dig some area out here so I can figure out what we're working with. Show me what you're working with, game. I'm going to want to do, like I said before, I'm going to want a liquid lock. Definitely going to want a liquid lock since we're trying to control temperature and whatever element we're going to be putting in here. We're definitely going to want to do a liquid lock on this. All right, this is going to be probably not as complicated as a steam or a industrial sauna, but definitely going to take some work here. So if we're going to do a liquid lock, I'm going to get rid of all that stuff eventually. So if I need to get rid of that, that's fine. So it's going to be ceiling. How long is that? 24. We are going to need to go over into that a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4 high. So we need, that's going to be floor level. So there. Is that all I need for the liquid lock? Man, I've made all these liquid locks. I got to remember how to do this again. Got my nose. I actually want it to be one level below. So deconstruct that, cancel that. Can do regular tiles. We go like this. That's what I want to do for my liquid lock, I believe, and then the floor will be right there. Actually, I think I can go up one more level, right? Can I go up one more level? Yes, I can do one more level up here, like we did before. That person was like, I was going to build that thing. Then you canceled it. Then you whine at me. I do whine at you all the time. Sorry about that. Okay, insulated tile. There. Direct cooling would be using aqua tuners to chill the water to use to feed the plants. You could use 3 aqua tuners to cool a large bath, but it would take a nightmare load of power. Yeah, I don't want to use more than 1 aqua tuner if I can help it. Because you are right. That would be a lot of power. And until I have possibly geothermal, which maybe that will give me an abundance of power, I don't want to be abundantly overflowing with power needs. Okay, so we would make the door be right there. Yes, is that what I want to do? Yes, we'd do door. I don't need to do this out of steel. We can do this just out of, like, iron. So it would be iron, iron there. And so if this is going to be a thing, I think I want to do actually airflow tiles for the station, farm station. Do that. And then we would do food, hydroponic farm, 22 across, I believe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I believe that's the right size. 24 times 4, I believe is right. So actually we don't have to encroach on this, hopefully. We just do something like that. Okay, printables. Dirt, sure. Need dirt since we're going to be using dirt for this build we're about to do. I think we are creating dirt. We're creating polluted dirt, I know. From all our other things. Are we creating dirt from anything else? Not exactly sure. Oh, I already have a liquid lock. However, I don't want to do this out of water because if this is going to get really cold, it could freeze. So we want to do the liquid lock out of petroleum. So I actually want all this liquid to get out of here. I want you to get out of here. So I'm thinking we do at least 2 levels of sleet wheat. I don't know how much exactly we're going to need, but let's start with 2 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do that. Copy this. Go like that. That. Actually, probably go ahead and do it like this too. Actually, cancel that and deconstruct these guys so I can get rid of the water in them. There we go. Deconstruct that. And do that again. Deconstruct that guy. Okay. Just gonna dump all this water down here. It's fine. Become steam. It's fine. You need 60 if you're only feeding your dupes with pepper bread. I was planning on combining the pepper bread with the pinch of pepper thing, so we make the whatever special bread. I mean, if I'm doing this, I'm upgrading from barbecue. So, what was it? It was, I was wanting to make pepper bread. So I'll also need to do pinch of pepper nut. So there's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to do, I think, to make this actually work. I'm sure. Mop up this stuff. If you have plenty of ceramic, you get ceramic insulated pipes. Yes, I've been making ceramic for a long time, so I currently have 25 tons. I'm doing pretty good on ceramic right now. That's if you do wild. Growing domestic is not as demanding. Oh, so does domestic give you more yield even though it takes more resources, I guess? I feel like that would make sense. Since it's kind of like when you tame animals, you get more eggs from them. You have to spend time and feed them and all that kind of stuff. Wild is 253 plants to feed 24 dupes. Wow. Okay. Okay, and I want to drain this water. Domestic takes 1/4 of the time. Ah, okay, okay. Cool. So with what we have, we're going to have, what was this, 22? We're going to have 44 of these guys, I believe. You want to post a link? You are subs, so yes, you can, FRD dot, without getting timed out or anything. Food calculator. So, colony requirements per cycle. Pepper breads. What is that? 3. Input the number of normal dupes in colony without bottomless stomach. Input the number of dupes with bottomless stomach. Okay. So this is to make 3 pepper bread a cycle. You need 150 kilograms of dirt, 600 kilograms of water, 6 kilograms of phosphorite, huh? What's the phosphorite used for? Is that for, oh, it looks like a pinch of pepper fruit needs phosphorite. Okay. There's a calculator I can use. Okay. Okay, station. Probably going to need a source of renewable, whatchamacallit, fertilizer for this. I don't know, man. There's probably going to be a lot more support stuff that I need to make this work. You need to change the amount of dupes you have, though? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Poke shell. Get attacked. But if I can at least get sleet wheat started, then maybe I can decide if it's a worthwhile project. That's why you do wild farming. Yeah, but then you have to do a lot more. It would take a lot more farming time. Like if you have that many more plants, even though it'd be less resources, you're using more dupe time, I feel like, is the trade-off. Can I mop that? I can, yeah. Use water to make a shitload of hydrogen. What's the hydrogen for? I have multiple spalms making lots of hydrogen, so I have excess hydrogen I can use for something, but doesn't a tube take 1,000 calories? I guess so. Is that 1,000 calories a day? Something like that? Okay. Do food. I've been wanting to do a sleep free farm anyway, so even if we don't like do this as like a long-term thing, this at least will be a good project for me to work on, because I've never done sleep wheat farming. Liquid hydrogen for rockets. Yeah, I know. I'm not doing rockets yet. I'm nowhere near trying to work on a rocket stuff yet. I feel like you're talking about some completely different subject, Dot, right now. Okay. Okay. So I can actually tell them to start planting the sleet wheat here, right? And then I can start looking at what we need. Sleet wheat. How do I have 0 seeds? Crap, I've been making the bread out of it, haven't I? I actually have no seeds right now because I think sleet wheat grain, because you plant the sleet wheat grain, don't you? That's weird, because I think some of the other plants is different stuff you use. Oh, speaking of uses for the water. Oh, okay. Well, I know that I can go get more sleet wheat. There's... Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, wow. There's 72 over there. Okay. Let me go... There's a bunch of sleet wheat over here. Let's go grab this. I don't want to dig up that wild stuff, but if I get here, that should allow me to pick up 54 sleet wheat grain. All right, there's plenty of sleet wheat seeds over here. Because this natural wild stuff has just been creating it, I guess. Okay. So sleet wheat. There. Now we have 254. Okay. 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 Let me mop up all this stuff here. And you know what? I'm going to do one more level. I'm not going to plant one more level, but just one more level so that we'll know that we'll have expansion space and I can close up this block here. So we do that. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Airflow tile and... Actually, you know what? For now, I'm going to just have this be insulated tile. That will change out if we need to. There. And there. And there. And there. 1 pinch of pepper bread supports 4 dupes per cycle. Okay. Well, and this is only one half of it, too, because there's even more stuff we got to make with the other materials and all that. So, again, this is a very big project. We're starting when I probably don't even need to, but you know what? I wanted to do some things that I didn't do in previous playthroughs this time. Work with different foods that are maybe less easy to work with, but can give better bonuses and stuff. Let's make our... Can make our whatchamacallits here, our water locks. So for 6 breads, you need 60 seeds to make those per cycle, so you need to have 60 plants. Okay. Well, if I did 3, that would be enough, so maybe I do this third one. All right, cancel all that. So sure, we'll do. I'm not gonna have nearly enough water from where we're getting our water supply to do this. So I'd have to have some other water supply for this. Where is this water coming from? Okay, that's clean water that is just draining out of this ice biome. That could be dirty water eventually. So let me have that stop flowing there. I don't have a great place for them to come out to get over here, so if this is gonna be a permanent thing, I'm probably gonna need to get transport tube access over here. Also, you say no because a plant produces 18 grain per harvest. Okay, so there's more math doing this for this. Someone say swimming pool lava no way out? What's up, bye boy? Again, I probably won't plant this 3rd level because there's no way I'll have enough water for all that. There's just no way. There's just no way. So I probably won't plant these ones. Okay, do that. It's going to be petroleum 9, enable, copy, there. And we do 1, 2 there, okay. So I feel like this might have two, like if I want to cool down this room is actually starting fairly chilly, which is pretty nice for us trying to do this thing. Actually, I wanted to do this. Door, 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 door. Oh, that was fast. Okay. Disable deconstruct. Disable deconstruct. I think my dupes are getting stronger. They're able to carry larger batches of petroleum, I think. Or something for this. How's the stream gone today? Pretty well. I got a little salty earlier, but otherwise, pretty good. A little salty. A little salt never hurt anybody. Maybe. Disable, because I think that one will be enough there. Not quite enough. Almost enough. Enable. Copy settings here. Do that there. All right. Disable. That should be enough, I believe. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. Let me get rid of, I think there's polluted water. So let me move debris into storage. That is liquid. Everything in here, because we don't want anything off-gassing perchance. Same thing, just out here. Let's get rid of that stuff. Okay, and I think that should probably, will that be enough? Yeah, that should be enough. Disable deconstruct. Disable deconstruct. I will say I'm getting pretty good at making these liquid locks pretty quickly. Okay. So we now need to figure out cooling for this room in a carbon dioxide environment. Now, it's hard to cool in a room. So that's a lot of carbon dioxide. The more gases in a room, the harder it is to cool, right? So I'm feeling like I should pump out carbon dioxide and the other materials until it's like at a more manageable level. So if I were to do, and pressure can't be over 10K. Well, I mean, it's at 8.6 and 8.9, so I think the pressure is okay, but it's going to be really hard to keep this cool with how high the pressure is, I think. I think I actually want to get it down to a more like breathable type level. If you do that, then the liquid in the lines will heat the plants. So you're saying it's better to keep the temperature or the pressure high? Should I just leave it like this? Let's get the cooling loop started first, because I think cooling loop will be the next important thing we need to make happen here. So I think I can do, let me do a double insulation on top, and I'm just going to do the, I'm going to do the cooling loop on top of this thing. Do a similar build to what's up in here, something like that. Only I don't need it to be that big, because this is going to be a smaller cooling loop. Why is that unreachable? Okay, let me cancel that so that they reach that. The closer you are to vacuum, the closer the capability for a cooling line to transfer cooling. Okay. So you're saying I want it to be higher pressure so that the water going into here will not heat up the plants. Then my counter argument is, how the frickin' hell are we going to cool down this room if the pressure is so high? I mean, I guess it'll just take more time or something. I'm trying to think through your logic, your common sense, how I'm going to cool down a room if there's so much carbon dioxide in it. Liquid to gas inject pretty fast cooling. I don't know what that means. My plan is to use liquid cooling with polluted water is my plan. I'm going to make a build for that. And actually, I'm going to do it like... I'm going to do a thing that I remember from Francis John's thing. So, utilities... Thermal aqua tuner is going to be right here. I'm going to do a ladder to get in and out. And we're going to pour water in here. So I want a liquid cooling line that's going to be insulated. So I'm not going to feed the plants with this line. So this is going to be, I can just do, I do want insulated. I'm going to do igneous rock. This is going to be a long line. So the stuff that is going out of here is going to be insulated. I don't think they're going to be able to reach that one right there, but that's fine. So we're going to run a cool. We're going to want to cool the whole room. So I'm going to go back, forth, back, forth. Like you're moving 10 kilograms of water in a pipe, it passes gas. So physics and math, great. Physics and math, cool. The problem is radiant liquid pipes are really expensive. So I don't know that I want to do entire radiant liquid pipes here. Unless I could do, since this is cold, maybe I could do lead. I have a lot of refined lead somehow. Yeah, I do have a shitload of lead actually. So I'm at 163,000. If I do one whole loop, how much does that use? About 10,000. That's not bad. We can do that. Hey, what's up, Cthulhu? How are you doing, my friend? It would be like that. And then we'll just do the same thing for each of these rooms. Oh, crap. Crap. Shift here. Okay, shift doesn't work going the other direction, so... But I can shift. No. Oh, or just laggy. No. There. Okay, yeah, we can afford this. And then it'll be the same thing here. Shift is such a weird thing when you're trying to play stuff. I don't exactly understand, I guess, how that's supposed to work. Okay. And then we'll want the loop to go back. Probably out and up this way. So insulated pipe will be here to there. Here to there. It'll be out. And we'll probably do a crossover pipe to feed here. So I can do this. And we're going to need a temperature gauge. I think I need to move this over one space, actually. Or, yes. So cancel that build. Let's move this over one space. Cancel that. Cancel that. Automation, utilities, where's thermal aqua tuner? And I want to turn this around. Is that what I want to do? No, I think we can do it this direction. Yeah, that should be good. There, and then automation will be, no, plumbing will be liquid pipe thermosensor right there. And yeah, and shift templates. Yeah, I was definitely thinking I would use some of those. There, and then there. And then we do that. That, and that. Okay. You're just stopping by, Cthulhu. You have stuff to do, but you thought you'd say hi. And as the great chairman said, have a good stream. All right. Wow. Those are cool symbols. Great. Have a good one, Cthulhu. We'll see you later, my friend. Okay, so what temperature do we want the thermal aqua tuner's water set to? We want it to be basically, I think if I set it at 0, the lowest it'll go will be negative 15. And the temperature we needed is 5 degrees or below. So I think if we just set it to be always running if it's below 15, I guess would be the way to go there. How am I going to power the thing, though? I'm going to just go off of this line, I think, and go across. Use a heavy joint plate, most likely. Okay, and we are going to need our steam turbine on top of this thing. So, like, right there, I believe, is where we're going to want that. Let me get rid of those ladders and have the ladders be right next to this thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, let me cancel those ladders. Let me do one more space over so I can be able to drop water in here how we want to do that. New printables. I'm sure I'll take nutrient bars, why not? Have some granola bars, they're delicious. Okay. Alright, I do need to take my last break here. Let me, if I could go ahead and finish building this stuff, that would be great. Hey all, hey all. Our lady over here is stuck. Help her out, please. Help her out. Oh, great. She took a nap. All right. Just have a nice nap over there. It's fine. Okay. Beautiful. And then my thought was to do like this. Do a ladder there. Actually, don't need that stuff. Don't do that. It's not really important. Pie Boy also takes a nap. Nice. No, naps are important. I wish I should take more naps. And I think the way to do this, the best way to do this was you get a bunch of clean water on the bottom row. You know what? I think I need to move this steam turbine if I want to do it that way. Yeah. Let me get rid of this first. And then you do polluted water on the top, and that'll make this a vacuum. That was the way to easily vacuum out the room so there's not any carbon dioxide. That's not where I placed that, you laggy game. Okay. Yeah. Your sleep routine is pretty good at the moment? Nice! Since that's usually an issue for you, that's awesome, Pie Boy. Alright, I'm going to take my final break of the day while they're working on all of this stuff to build. So, really quick, my friends, standard stretch, use restriction. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying, Auction Not Included, getting all sorts of crazy stuff done today. Before I take my break, let me just check to make sure that carbon dioxide levels and everything are still looking good down in our industrial sauna, because it's... Oh man, that looks good. Even with this thing running and putting steam into it, we're maxed out on all of our dudes here. That looks delicious and juicy. Temperature's not perfect in here. It's not quite hot enough. I might need to add more ways to add heat in here. Maybe there's natural gas generators at some point or something, but we'll let them build, and then we'll come back. We'll see if we can get Sleep Weed going. Y'all rock. See ya in just a bit, my friends.